Welcome to the Mecca from Japan podcast. My name is Musashi. Once again here with my co-host, Anastasia.
Hi.
We joked on the very first podcast we did that we had already done a couple, like we were up to 3, but
yeah.
we only one recorded. This one is, I think, our actual third one.
Yeah, this is third.
Third one that other humans will see.
Yep.
Tonight's podcast is about Gatchapons.
The thing behind me.
Yeah, that's right. We didn't purposely set the camera up to include Gatchapons. That's been there the whole time. But it turns out, that's tonight's podcast, about the cuteness that is Gatchapons. Mm-hmm. We are filming this in the Gundam for Japan store. It is the bestest Gundam store in the world.
Yes.
Here in Tampa, Florida at 7075 West Waters. You're free to come visit both of us who work here. This is why we have a bunch of Gatchapons behind you and a bunch of Gundams behind me. But I've enjoyed our podcasting as just I suspected we would. I've gotten good feedback from people that enjoy it.
So thank you all for who gave us feedback. Thanks.
What we haven't talked about is, are we going to pull us, because we have a couple interviews coming up. One will be a very nice gentleman sitting here with us, and one's on Discord. So we're going to start having guests and people that we're excited about that to change up the knowledge base and also share passion with other people are into. But I'm not sure we're doing sock cam when they're around, are we?
I mean, if they're willing to also do sock cam, if they have fun socks. I mean, that's just my suggestion. That could be fun.
That's good.
Yeah, maybe.
You don't want to be the only one thrown under the sock cam bus. No, I'm kidding. We'll do that later. No, it's been a fun little running joke, and I think it is. You do always have. I'm actually interested to see what socks you have on. So
they're better than the first one.
But I guess it relates better to Gatchapons because Gatchapons are inherently cute. They're just the point of buying them is because they're just adorable. When did you start buying Gatchapons? Do you remember when your first Gatchapons were purchased?
It must have been 5 or 6 years ago, probably. I probably got a cat. I can't cite what it was because I truly don't remember. My first one that I can remember would probably have to be the Depressed Bunnies.
Depressed Bunnies. Which one was Depressed Bunnies?
The sad little bunnies. They lose their little ice cream.
But that's recent.
Yeah, I know. I can't remember my first.
Oh, okay.
So that's the most recent.
The most recent memorable one. Right? Well, clear to the point of the podcast is to show off your Gatchapons.
Yes.
Right. So, do you know why it's called Gatchapon?
I can take a wild guess, but I do not think I'm right. It's the gambling? Gotcha.
Well, it sounds like the word gambling to you?
Kind of. It's like, I got you. I got you. That's kind of how I take it. It's gambling, but with actual reward to me.
Well, I mean, that is what Gatchapons are. They are a little bit of gambling. But they're only gambling that you don't know which one you're going to get. Yeah. I mean, capsule toys and putting a quarter in, you could have a gumball machine. You don't know what flavor you're going to get. I mean, I don't think anyone's actually developing a Gatchapon gambling habit.
It's only a gambling habit if you're a completionist.
Yes, and that's we could talk about sort of the Gatchapon industry.
Yeah.
But the Gatchapons they'll frequently put a picture of the one they think people want the most as a large picture.
Yeah.
So they either market researched it or they just think that's the cutest one. But it typically works. I normally kind of agree with which one they've chosen, or is it that they're tricking me and they've already subliminally made me think that I want that one? Whether you want that one or not, some of the Gatchapons have series that the more you get, the cuter they are, and then there's also people like you that are just completionists in general, right?
It's travesty for this hobby.
Yeah. Well, Gatchapon, they're called several things. Gashapon and Gatchapon. Yep. Gashapon is a trademarked Bandai word. So they own that. Like they own Gunpla. They own the word Gundam. They own Gashapon. Gatchapon, she's looking back in the machines.
Says it right there.
Well, we'll spend our whole half an hour if we get too deep into the history of Gatchapons.
Yeah.
They've been in Gundam for Japan for 10 years. It's the first place ever had any Gatchapons that are legit Japanese ones because they take Japanese coins.
Yeah.
Now people can pay with and what do they want? Credit cards and cash and all that. But they do take actual Japanese yen. Those are so old that actually they're rigged up to take a 10 yen coin.
Yeah.
That's like a penny. I mean, to Japan, everything's gone up in money.
Yeah.
But there's just, they don't sell those machines anymore because that dollar amount doesn't make any sense. Now, the Gatchapon is what they're typically called, and what I've always called them, because Japanese love onomatopoeia.
Oh, I see.
Well, you have Japanese class in school.
I know the I know the meaning now.
Oh.
Keep going.
No,
Keep
no, no.
going.
What you got? What you got?
Isn't it what the sound it makes? Yes.
What? Well, I never really. I kind of knew that it's a soundy thing.
Yeah.
They have a lot of soundy stuff in Japanese.
Yes.
But gotcha is the like the crank.
Yep.
Gotcha, crank it, and then pawn is when the thing drops. Gotcha, pawn. Right. That's where it comes from. Gotcha is just cuter. Just gotcha.
Gotcha is cuter.
And then you hear, I think we even own a .com or something. Gotcha, right? The gotcha
I think you
thing.
do, yeah.
Yeah, and so Gatchapon means the capsule toys and the machines themselves, but sometimes we'll differentiate it by saying gotcha capsule or the Gatchapon capsule, right? They never make the same Gatchapon twice, ever. They'll make the same series, and we'll see that with the ones that you have, and we have some of the placards for them that they'll make a version of the same one.
Yeah.
So you were talking about being a completionist and getting them, because if you want the whole thing, you better go get it.
Yeah, you will never see it again.
Or you'll be paying $30 to $50 for a specific one that people make a business out of selling these gachapons on the internet, knowing that you completionists will pay big money to complete it.
It's rough.
Right. So, you'd rather have the fun of cranking through it. And we have it here in the store all the time. There are people that want to complete it.
Yeah.
And they'll spend okay money doing it. Almost could have went to the internet. Now you take the fun out of it, and then you got to wait for it to ship, and that's not fun anyway, right?
You're like, oh, it just shows up to my door, and opposed to a fun little machine where I actually get the thing right now.
Have you ever bought one offline?
Yes, actually, yesterday.
What?
Yeah. On the topic of gotchas, my dad loves cameras. He loves cameras, and there is this gotcha camera he found online recently. It's Nikon cameras and stuff. It's just old-fashioned things he loves. And I think it's not Bandai, but it's not one of the, those. And my mom was like, Anna, you have to find this. You have to find this for your father. And I was like, okay. I found it.
How much?
$40.
See?
Yeah.
Like, I just threw out a number because it's ballpark.
No,
30 is kind of normal, yeah.
It's 40 to 50.
Well, welcome to eggs cost more.
Yeah.
I haven't looked in a couple of years, yeah.
It's 40 50.
Well, I am a completionist, but not as bad as you are, I think.
Yeah.
But we have such nice people in the store. Actually, I didn't even plan to do this. I wasn't even thinking about it. You have gachapons. You're going to show us your gachapons, and I'm excited to see them, and I'll show you the picture. We have a couple of the pictures. So the most important thing with a gachapon, when you have a gachapon thing, is to have the placard, to have the
Full set?
To have the full set.
Yeah.
So when you have the little artwork, then you could look it up, but it's easier to sort of have that. So when the artwork sells the gachapon almost more than the toy, because without the artwork, you wouldn't even know what it was. Yeah. But a lot of times the gachapon artwork is two-sided. You've probably seen it here in the store. Not many of them, and it's kind of more premium. They don't do it as often. But it gives you, the person who's selling and runs it and owns the machines, it gives you a choice about which one you think is cuter.
Yeah.
And we've played with it a few times, and you or I put out the one we think is the cutest. But you could almost figure out if more people wanted all of them based on that artwork. So some of it's not just whether it's cute, it's whether it represents an excitement to collect all of them. Now, I don't think most people buy gachapons to collect all of them. They just go, that's cute.
Yeah.
And then they go get one or two. We had a gentleman come in here today to bought, I guess I'm not mentioning names. It's not, telling on anybody. He got 9 of them at one time.
Yeah.
But he was giving them as presents to people at work.
Same thing to do.
But don't you buy all yours for yourself? Except for your dad. I mean, your dad.
Oh, yeah. It's mostly for myself unless it's very specific in a gift. Like, later we'll see the little toy bikes. I got those specifically for my friend as a present because he really wanted the pink one. And I have the pink one in my possession. I have not given it to him yet. I'm kind of hoarding it for the completionist. But I will give it to him eventually.
What about your dad? Did the one arrive okay?
It was yesterday. I don't know.
Oh, you don't even seen it?
Mm-mm.
Because, the evil of the internet is you don't even know what you're going to get if it's broken. Or
I've gotten scammed quite recently. It's been unfortunate.
Smells like pickles or God knows what.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll show the placard and we can look at your collection of super duper cute ones. But the reason I sort of mentioned it is I was saying customers are so nice that I don't really normally have to complete them because people come give them to me.
Yeah.
They buy it from us. They get it, and then if it's something they know I'm going to love, they just give it to me.
It's very sweet.
It's super sweet. Now, I try to hook them up here and there, to make it even. But I realized I have this.
Yeah.
So this was just given to me by a customer. I actually said, "Well, go. Hey, look, I'll give you a coin." So, I traded them out basically.
Yeah.
But it's such a sweet thing. They weren't asking for anything in return. People are wonderful. But anyway, this was not meant to be on the podcast. It's sitting here by my monitor, which you can't see. The monitor is about here. There's a large monitor, and I keep this because it looks like my cat Moo. Now I wasn't intending to do this. I just want to see whether the camera would pick this thing up.
It's super tiny, but boom.
Yeah, there. So this is kind of a class that, and the Gatchapon thing over there. Boy, I'm really bad at figuring out which way to turn this. Moo, I don't know how to operate Moo. It's a clasp, but it's really made to go on with a zipper. And then that way you have an easier way to grasp onto the zipper.
Yeah.
Now, we weren't even planning. I just looked down and realized I had one when I was thinking about how nice people are. And that they're not necessarily not trying to collect all of them. They're giving them as presents many times.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's for themselves. One of the ones we got in recently was the scooter one,
yes.
right? So let me get you back on the camera on you, Anastasia, so we can see your fun things. But first, let's show you what a customer would see when they were going to go buy this thing, right? Yep. So here we go. We've already got it rigged up. The Tatamel bike by Ikoma.
It's just cool. It folds in. It's based off of the real bike. The most like portable little bikes you've ever seen.
It's a real scooter.
Yeah, they're about $2,000 and like just super portable. And they're meant for the Japanese cities where you don't have much room, nor does everybody have a car. So you can just scoot around on this little thing and then put it into a box when you're done and put it in your house or whatever you're storing it.
Well, when we first got it, we actually learn a lot of culturally rich things by when you get these. First of all, we usually Google Translate some of what we can't read. You and I can read a little bit, but not enough to do us any real good. So you'll Google Translate it, but also you'll learn stuff. And I didn't, I know they have scooters, and they've got a whole scooter culture. All those, the biker babes on their scooters. But I didn't know this brand, but then that's why we know what it cost. I think I looked it up to actually buy one of you can get the scooters in the States. So buying something from Japan doesn't help you if it's not road legal, street legal here, right? These are made now for the U.S. market. I forget what, I don't want to quote stuff that I don't really know what I'm talking about, but ballpark, I remember being 2,000 to 3,000.
Yeah, it was about that.
3 to 4, something like that. To where you could, it's like, then it becomes like a 1,000, 1,200. Oh yeah, this is so cute. But my hit 2,500, 3,000, you're going to really think about this. Now, I am still really intrigued to own one. I'm not sure if it is just a complete vanity purchase or would I actually use it because they don't have, they're using it in heavier congested areas where it's really useful. Here with high-speed streets in Tampa Bay, that just looks like I don't know, we have a usable reason to buy one.
Not so much. Like, you can reason putting the logo on the side of them, but not really. You're not putting it anywhere.
Well, we wanted to see the cuteness of what the actual Gatchapons were, but I just thought when you saw this one, is an example of you can go into, it's more than just cute. Now, this one says Volume 2 at the top. So this is what I was saying. They never make the same Gatchapon twice, but this one's Volume 2. And there's different manufacturers. The top left of this one will show, at the top left, it shows the manufacturer of it. And then you see in this case, it'll sometimes show you how many different variants you have. So how many colors? You own all these, right?
Yeah, I have all of them.
What are there? 5?
4. There's 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. I guess it's just the 4, right? But when you first got it, which is this the one you're about to show us? Let me change the camera. Is this the one that you retrieved?
Yeah, this is my favorite one. I call it the RX-78. Bike.
Oh yeah, it's got like a Japanese license plate on it.
Yeah. So all of them come with stickers that you can put on. I have this one in an example. So they get all these stickers that you can choicely put on, or I lost it, so you're not going to see it. And you have to put it together. It comes in pieces like this, and it's a lot like Gunpla, but honestly, this gave me a lot more, like, it was just different than Gundam. So I didn't quite know what I was doing. And it's fairly complicated instructions. Like, it just doesn't, it is not straightforward. But the moment you figure it out, you kind of figure it out. And it's not that big of a deal, but it's just super cool how it folds in and does all this stuff. I don't remember the process, but it's just cool.
Right. Well, I remember when we got it because we're in a Gundam store that it's the closest thing that we've ever had to a buildable Gundam.
And it's not 1/44th, but you can put 1/44th scale things onto the bike.
Oh, I think the instructions even say to put a 1/44 scale.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, not just a 6-inch figure, but I think it even says 1/44 scale.
It's not exactly rigged properly, but it works.
You're just holding it roughly because we're trying to put it up next to the camera. But it sits, and we've had it, frankly, it's adorable that you can utilize it. That they clearly made it to big enough to do that. And that's the different capsules. The capsules themselves, the machines have to be rigged to be able to mechanically take different shaped capsules.
Yeah.
And that was a pretty big one, right?
Yeah, it was massive. It was about this big opposed to your regular Gatchapon, which is about...
I think it's 63 millimeters. It's the largest capsule I think they make.
It's like that.
Yeah, we have another one. We're not going to show it tonight, but there's another one behind you there that currently is in the machines, and it is a claw machine in the whole capsule.
That thing's awesome.
Yeah, you have a bunch,
Yeah.
or a couple anyway. But the whole capsule is the toy. The capsule is the claw machine.
Yeah.
So you just take off the wrapper, and then you don't have to open the for $5-6 or whatever you're.
I mean, it comes with like 20 stickers and spring actions, and it's just super engineeringly interesting. I mean, it has to fold into that box. So
how many do you have with you here tonight? Do you have just the one, or unbuilt?
I think I have all 4.
Maybe built?
No, I just have one built.
Well, let's just see the colors. There's a you have a pamphlet for the colors.
Yeah, I have the
right?
pamphlet.
Okay.
So there's yellow, the ARC 78 colors, a sort of pizza red vibe, and the pink sparkly one that was previously mentioned.
Well, so there's a history there, it looks like. See, I'm talking about learning stuff
Yeah.
from these Gatchapons.
It has dates of the introduction and the engineering of all of this.
If I'd have known that you were going to show us that, I could have found that image of the guy sitting on like an actual.
Yeah.
I guess the future podcast, I'll do a little more homework and have a still image of what a person sitting on one of these things would look like, right?
It's just cool to me, so I learned a bit about it before.
Okay. Well, that's why we kind of had this so people could see, what the placard looked like. But the point of the Gatchapon podcast wasn't to say, look how much you can learn about Japan, but you really can. And in fact, it's gotten even easier because they now have QR codes on many of them. We have a donut one from Hokkaido right now, and if you click on the QR code, it goes to that one. Has one too?
Yep.
Okay. Well, that one, like the donut one. You'd get it. I mean, if you just look at the donut Gatchapon, you might be like, oh, cute.
It's cute.
But when you see that is a pretty close representation
pretty real.
of an incredibly delicious looking thing that makes me want to go to Hokkaido just to eat those donuts. Because it has like a little bunny in the center of the donut.
Cute.
And they make ones with the bunnies popped up and the one that's bunnies. And we have the Gatchapons of it. So I think the QR codes have been great because we just don't have to read just the paperwork we're given. Now you can actually use the gotchas to go really learn.
Yeah.
Why these things got turned into Gatchapons. There's a children's book over there. There's so many that I find that all pretty fascinating. So the initial cuteness sells them. But there's another layer with Gatchapons if you decide to go sort of research it out. Let me take a look at the second one we have here.
What's next?
That's next. I think this one. Let's show that one.
Oh, cute.
So talk to me about this one.
So,
do you remember?
I remember the things.
Like, what was your impression? Like when you first see it, you're like anybody, right? You're like, cute.
I liked it a lot, but I didn't like it nearly as much as other people did, which is shocking for my completionist mindset. I only got one of them, only one.
You to this day you only have one?
I only have one.
Okay, which one?
I have the cat.
And that's what you're going to show us?
Yep.
Okay, but these were actually pretty popular. Now they weren't gigantic. We've had stuff that just was blown out of here, right? Everybody wanted the axolotl.
Yeah.
We've had other axolotl gotchas, and it always goes fast, right?
The name of this is, I believe, and I'm just here.
Yeah, so when that's what really is fun about this, and we would tell people that in the store, partly to make it fun since it's in Japanese. If you look at the expression on their face, and this is one of the top things that Gatchapons do, they capture the little essence so good. Let's look at yours.
Let's see if it'll focus. Oh.
There you go. Yeah.
He's just there. He's just a little guy.
It's kind of a Zen thing, but it's also a joke about you've got this blank expression on his face.
It is so blank.
But that's what it says. I'm just there. But you have to say it like that. I'm just there.
I'm just there.
You have too much passion in your voice.
Sorry.
Be
I'm
more
a passionate
boring.
Person. I'm just there.
Now he's like mad.
And I don't have a. I don't know.
It was. We have one more. Or we have. No, I have one more. So I don't have placards for everything you have, but I just wanted to go through a few that we had so people could see. This was the first one. Oh, let me go back to it real quick. See this one that shows there underneath the dachshund. There's 5.
Yep.
I mean, you can count them, but sometimes they'll do that. But you don't see a number. I'm almost certain this was the first I'm just there that was released.
Yeah, it's the only one.
You know, and they make so many. It's not like they're all repetitive.
No.
But when they get a hit, sometimes they'll just keep cranking out different. And then if you like it, you love that, right? You don't want them to just end. You want to make another color. The donut one, there's multiple donut ones we don't have. There's one with chocolate chip donuts and all sorts of other donuts because that's what they make it for real up in Hokkaido, right?
Yeah.
Let me click over here and get to the next. Yeah, here we go. This was a big hit. Here we go. I'll show you this one.
Oh, yep. It was a massive hit.
It was a massive hit.
We actually got double of this, I'm pretty sure, right?
I think I even was able to go get another one. I think we rarely get more than one bag of these things. We had 2 bags because I knew it was going to be sell like crazy. And then I immediately went and tried to get a 3rd bag. This thing sold like one of the top 10 things we've ever had. Let's take a look at your physical one.
All right. And let's see if I can do it. I'm blocking the mama cat, but that's okay for now.
Yeah.
See if I can get it.
There you go.
There you go. So it has a cart of all these baby kitties and mama cat.
Daddy cat.
Daddy cat. It's daddy cat?
Well, look at the figures. It looked like it's because they have anatomically correct Gatchapon sometimes.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What? No, like the cat butthole thing. Remember the cat butthole one we had?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, well, some of them had balls on them. You remember that?
This cat does not have that.
I'm just asking you to check that all.
No. No, I'm not doing that actually. All right, here we go.
You were just looking. Anyway, it is actually Cat Dad.
Oh, it's Cat Dad. It's the line stickers, right?
Yeah, so this was from a line. Line is a communication thing in Japanese, have a bazillion stickers, and they use line kind of like WhatsApp kind of.
Yeah, let's see if I can balance it. It's impossible.
Well,
no.
We were talking about we were talking about the goodness of people's hearts. That entire set was a present from one of our regular customers. So you don't get the whole thing.
No.
So let me turn back in the placard. You get either the Papa Cat or you get one of the cats you see there next to its cart. You get the cart and the cat. Yeah. And it's a red. And if you look closely, when we try to do it, you can take the individual cats out of there. Let me put the camera back on you. The expression on the little cats. Yep. So you go on trips. There's always kind of like a trip leader. So I think it is dad. It doesn't matter if it's a cat, what sex the cat is.
Does not care.
The dad cat, you only get the cat, but he's not just got a hat. He has that little flag, like, here we go. We're on our little trip. But so you wind up with extra carts that you don't really need if you're going to stick the cats in there. But one of our customers / friends came in here and bought a whole bunch of them, got the whole set, and then let us put it on display, and that really helped sell them. But let's try to see if we can't get you to focus, because the individual expressions on the cats. Try to do just the kitten.
There we go.
Yeah. Like, so that was his hats. So get the other cats out just real quickly. I mean, we'll spend a little too much time on each expression, but this is what makes. Let's see. Zap it.
They're so tiny.
They're so tiny, yeah. No, we can't. It's almost so small.
It's
the camera's
too
every time.
small.
But you get the point that the expressions of the actual cats are just adorable and different, right?
One more. See if I can get it. Oh, it's so upset.
Well, that was a big seller. So we have one more with the placard, and then we'll just show some more that you just happen to have. Oh, this one you bought a whole set yourself.
Yes.
As soon as I came out.
As soon as we got it.
Yeah, and one of them, in fact, is on your microphone.
It is.
It's been there. It's been there the whole time.
It's my dupe, actually. It's the second one I have of that.
Okay. Well, here's the placard for it. So when you first saw this, what did you think it was?
A depressed bunny. He's upset. He dropped his ice cream.
Right. Dropped his ice cream in the hot sun, and it now went splat.
Yep.
I never did translate out what does it say there right next to the main bunny?
Depressed bunny. It just says depressed.
It says depressed bunny?
It pretty much just says depressed bunny from what I remember.
I guess some Japanese people come over and say, hey, does that really say depressed? Well,
I don't know. It says sad something.
We still sell this one. There's 2 left.
Yeah.
You better run in here quick if you want. But, it's just this kind of, we talk about the expression. What's cute about it is that it's just this depressed bunny, because it's like that moment when you drop the ice cream.
I love bunnies. And it just kind of called to me. I don't know.
Well, this one, you can see on the placard to the far right there has a question mark. Many of the gotchas have a mystery or hidden one, so they, when you're gotcha pawning it, you get a little surprise.
Yeah. Here.
Oh, do you have the one
I
that
have
the
the
surprise?
mystery one.
Do you own all of them?
I own all of them.
So this one says, you see at the bottom left of the placard, it says there's 7. So 1, 2, 3, yeah, there's 6 regular ones and 1 mystery one, right?
Yep.
So let's see what oh, you're going to make a whole, wow.
I could have rainbowed it, but that's okay. All right. This is the main group.
Nice.
There's a purple one. Hold on.
Nice job.
Thank you. Thank you. Anyway, that's the whole crew.
So which one's the mystery, the purple?
Nope, I haven't shown you it.
Oh, wait, was that just 6 you showed me?
That was just the 6.
All right.
So each one comes with the bunny, of course, and its little ice cream that it falls with.
Ice cream's adorable.
What does the mystery one have? Because it's not ice cream.
I don't know. I actually don't know.
He's happy.
What?
He's joyful. He has a cake for you.
Oh, my Lord.
We're going to get it. It's too clear.
It'll do it. Just have to zap it when we're just still focusing on your face, yeah.
Let me hide. I have to hide. Oh, no. Here.
There. It's got
Oh, did I get it? No. It's out to get me. Either way, he has a little cake.
Make the bunny focus.
There we go. So, yeah, he has a little cake.
No, that was worth the effort to see the focus. Are you sure that's cake?
I think so.
Looks like poop.
It honestly looks like dirt pie.
Wait, maybe he's picked up his maybe that's the ice cream. He picked it back up. He's like, I'm gonna make the best of a bad situation.
But he has a bow tie. He's the only one with a bow tie.
He's serving that.
I love it. It's adorable.
That is really cute. I knew there was a mystery. I didn't actually know what the mystery one was.
I never told anybody because I hope somebody else would get it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it worked out good for being surprised on the podcast here.
Yeah. So
there you go. Yeah. So I do like the green one a lot. I will say that is a nice surprise version.
Isn't it cool?
Because he's not depressed.
He's happy.
That's sweet.
Isn't it? I was so happy about it.
What's funny is we never really had this one on display, and it's about sold out, but it wasn't a big seller. You were 50% of the sales.
I was 50% of the sales.
But now that you see it, it's just so cute. If we could put all of them on display, then they would sell quicker, and it'd be nice for people to see them on display. I don't think it takes the fun out. I think it really makes it more fun, which is kind of why we're doing this.
Yeah.
But there's only like 20, 30 of these things in a given run. Now I guess we could just give them away or sell them used or something. But I just think it's more fun to just let people come in here and show us, and then they'll give me a moo and then so sometimes really nice things happen. Can I get my cat? Look, let's say we're both having trouble with this. Don't ever try to get your auto little USB camera to focus on something this tight.
It's like not even 3 centimeters.
I don't know why I'm putting it on my nose. No idea.
Nose goes.
A nose cam. Speaking of nose cam, so that's the last one I have a placard for. But I think it is time, before we get too much into this, to do the sock cam.
It's sock cam.
There's sock cam time. For those of you who don't want to see, there's your Gatchapon thing down there. Are you going to bother dumpster diving?
There we go. But good enough. You don't see it. It's covered. All right, you do see it.
All right, so the purpose of sock cam is because you love socks.
I do love my socks.
And if you want a larger explanation of sock cam, watch our very first episode, Gunpla Battle Royale, where we talk about it at length. But you do have really cute socks, and I don't know what it is. I purposely don't see what it is in advance.
Are you ready?
Let's see something orange, obviously.
Sort of. Da-na-na-na. It's Scooby-Doo.
Scrappy-Doo! I'm bad at impersonations.
It's okay.
Can you do Scooby-Doo sound? What is that?
No.
What is it? Something about cookies. I need to say. I haven't seen.
What?
No. Yeah, it gives them. Doesn't the little
Scooby snacks?
Scooby. I knew there was something.
Yeah, Scooby.
I mean,
snacks.
I saw it when I was a kid. I'm just not a big. Was it like Velma?
Velma, Daphne.
Oh yeah. It's almost like Ginger or Marianne from the Gilligan's Island. Do you prefer brunettes or blondes or redheads or whatever?
They got the full roster.
Daphne's the dark-haired one, right?
No, Daphne's the redhead.
Okay, so you keep dropping your Gatchapons.
Yeah, I lost a head.
Here, I'll take the camera off of you.
Thank you.
You can go dumpster diving. Here, I know. I've got a better solution. I can do this. I can talk to the pillow.
I'm so glad.
If you've missed our previous podcasts, you can go watch the first one where I gave Anastasia a present of herself podcasting on a pillow.
It's frightening.
I didn't set this up in case you dropped Gatchapons and had to go fishing around for it.
I found them. They've been found.
So I can turn you back on?
Yeah, you can turn me back on. Hi. I'm still putting them on me.
All right, so now we're to Gatchapons. Now that we've done sock cam, we've seen yourself as a pillow. Now we can go back to the Gatchapons that we don't actually have placards for. I mean, you have a ton of Gatchapons. We could do episode upon episode of this. But let's just sort of just see, and you can comment on which ones that you really liked. Just whatever you think about these things, right?
I have about 2 things left to say. Are you ready?
Go.
Check out my magical cats. They're meant to be shrine in, oh my gosh, what is it called? What are these called? Ignore the cat part. Kimonos.
Oh, you mean the outfit?
Yeah, the outfit. Just kimono cats that are shrine specific. They have 2 tails.
Okay.
And I forget the deeper meaning because I do not have the placard.
Well,
but there's a lot of them.
I've been to many shrines in Japan. I couldn't tell you which outfit goes to what.
No, I have no idea. Cats.
Well, there's the one with the big red lantern in Tokyo. That might be the red one. I mean, just start making.
Maybe.
Nah, I'm not even gonna guess. So you've got them all over your fingers. Are they meant to be rings or what's going on?
Oh
there?
no, not even remotely. It's killing my fingers.
So what? They just put them on the table? Because a lot of them are keychains. What are these?
So these are just meant to be table toppers in a way, or paperweights. Basically, they can just balance on their tails.
Are they heavy? Let me look. I gotta feel one. No, they're not paperweight.
Well, no, but they can still like carry stuff on their tails if you want them to.
It's so heavy. It's so heavy here.
It's heavy for a girl like me. Anyway. So you just have different modes of it compared to this. And they all have slightly molds. The thing that kept dropping during that time is their heads can come off.
Why?
Because you have to build them. They're a buildable thing.
Oh, it wouldn't fit in the Gatchapon the full size. I see.
Yeah. It's too tall.
It isn't because there's some significance to his head popping off.
Yeah, and fun fact, if you get a Gatchapon and it's white, do not leave it in your red bag. Do not leave it in your red bag.
Get stained?
Let's see if I can get it. It's orange.
You just painted it a little bit.
Yeah, but look, it has like focus.
But it has red eyes. Well, it's not focusing properly, but there you go.
It has like rosy cheeks now.
What? I'm sorry to say that's kind of cute.
It's cute. Just
in case you don't want it to be.
If you don't want that
rosy.
to happen.
All right,
careful.
so that's that one. What else you got?
That's pretty much it. Unless I give you a surprise one.
Do you have a surprise one? Make a surprise one.
I mean, I have a lot in this bag, so I can make a surprise one.
Well, at this point, we don't have the placards. We're just going with your collection of Gatchapons.
All right, this is my last one, and I stole this from my friend. Thank you, Eric. This is a bell.
Oh, cute.
It's the fox. Is it Kitsunumi? What's it called?
Yeah, I think it's Kitsunumi.
Yeah, Kitsunumi bell, and it rings. And it's meant to be put on your backpack or whatever for good luck.
The bell is very cute.
Yeah. And there's different colors. I don't remember what this color means, but there's also white and black.
Have you had better luck? Do you use it for its intended purpose?
I don't know. I think it's cursed because I stole it from my friend.
Yes. Stealing things may not work out well for you.
Maybe not.
And the big karma thing.
That's my bad, I guess.
All right, so we got to see a couple of your cute ones. We got to talk about, the cultural depth of these things, the inherent cuteness of them. One of the primary benefits to being in here a lot is
I get the cute ones.
You can go get the cute ones as soon as they come in. Then you got to buy them like everybody else, but it's terrible. But it is so. We are all anxious and eager. Everybody that comes in the store, everybody that me and you, that when a new one comes out, you just can't wait.
Yeah.
So we started a new policy recently that if you buy the last one of that set, so we're going to put a new one out, we let them choose the next Gatchapon. You just use your hand again.
Yep. Hand tech.
There you go. The hand works.
Yeah.
Right. That kind of joyful, right. That's what we're talking about. It captures that we're off to take a trip with it to get the yeah. And they're all like that. They rarely don't have an instantaneous, oh my, that's so, everybody does it. I mean, it doesn't matter who it is, and they're made in Japan. I mean, these placards they're not even in English. I mean, these are legit Japanese stuff.
Yeah.
They're sold to Japanese people. This isn't meant to necessarily export to us.
Yeah.
So, they're making it cute for themselves, not because they think Americans think it's cute, but it shows you that cute is cute.
Cute is cute.
Doesn't matter how it goes. Well, this is another fun podcast. I hope everyone enjoyed Slight explanation, but more importantly, Gachapons are just fun to look at. We could.
Out.
You have how many do you have? Hundreds.
Too many.
You got a bunch.
I have a lot.
Actually, a lot of people collect it because they're so small. You can get a bunch of them.
Yeah, it's
Now,
a problem.
We're for many years the only place you could get these legitimate from Japan. They've become so big you can see them here and there these days. But we still sell so many, so we're able to. Cycle through it a lot. And the big thing that happened when we moved the store is Yummy Cody, the Instagram couple, and she's so nice. She came in here and really helped our business because she did a little expose on our Gachapons, and then suddenly we had all these people flooding in here buying them far more than we had before. And that was great, not just because we got to sell more gachas, but which was great, but because we got to turn them over so much faster. The cute factor just got multiplied, and now just for you and I, we can't wait to see what the next cute one is.
Yeah, it's been so much fun.
Actually, we have some in the back ready to put for someone to choose the next one. So I don't know what's going to go out now that we let whoever bought the last one do that kind of an idea.
The bunny's next.
I don't even know what's back there anymore. Do you know what's back there?
I took a peek earlier while we were looking, and I didn't look through them. I know the little jelly cat-like thing that we have, the smoothies, but beyond that, I don't know. I have no idea.
They've been decades upon decades. This is nothing new. Gachapons have been a long time, but they're getting so worldwide popular that the dilution has not happened. The cuteness factor is sky high.
Yeah.
And the also thing that's also cuteness factor sky high is that thing.
Hi, Pillow.
Hello, Anastasia 2.
Hello, Anastasia Pillow.
Anastasia Pillow version. I had a good time podcasting with you again, young lady. I do appreciate the fact that you've kept these over all these years.
They're adorable.
Have you ever thrown any Gachapons away?
Not that I know of, no.
Yeah, I mean, you probably have an impressive amount.
I'm a little bit of a hoarder in general.
Maybe for our Instagram, so you can go to at Mecca from Japan on Instagram, at Mecca from Japan on X, aka Twitter, at Mecca from Japan on Spotify.
YouTube? You say YouTube?
At Mecca from Japan on YouTube. Yes. So the reason I say that is especially at Mecca from Japan on Instagram. Join that because you should go take a picture of all of your Gachapons arrayed on a table.
Oh my goodness.
Wouldn't that be cool?
That would be cool.
Not just to promote people to go to Instagram, but I want to see it. You can't bring them in here. There's gotta be hundreds. Are there hundreds? There's got to be 100 or more.
It's probably about 100. I don't know if I can find the 100, but there's about 100. That's the caveat.
I love podcasting. It's fun.
Thank you for having me.
We got some interviews coming up next week. I'm really excited for that.
I'm looking forward to it. I think it should be fun.
Let's do some more.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.